So let's check on my Louisiana swamp worms. I have not looked at them. I was away in the Northeast, but I had to cut my trip short because a blizzard was coming and we had to run home. So, yeah, fun times. Oh my gosh, look over there. So how you guys been? This is all castings. Dear Lord, this has to be harvested. It's time. Oh, look. They're breeding. Aw, you ever see them? They're connected at the clitellum or clitellum. Look at that. So these are Louisiana swamp worms. I'm just going to leave them there and just let them do their thing. That's a good sign, though. That is a good sign. Yeah, this is definitely like castings, and they're very wet. Look, see? So how do I dry this out? Well, I leave it uncovered and I start fluffing it. That's basically it. Look, there's a cocoon right there. All those little white things, look, more cocoons, are just the springtails. But over here, as you can see, we have food. So anyway, let me pop over here and let me show you. I have them all set up here. And let's see what's happening here. So, you know, you might think, well, how's she going to harvest if this is like this here? It does make it challenging, but what I'll do is I'll just harvest half of it and then leave the other half like this and let them keep working at it, because obviously they're still working on this potato that seems to be growing. If it were spring, I swear I'd take this and put it outside and just see what happens, because the potato is nothing wrong with it, but it's sprouting. So I'm gonna leave it in there. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. See, this one is sprouting too, but this one's breaking down. That one is not. So this is what happens sometimes when you have these things and you have such fertile castings. Things just start growing, and that's okay. That happens to you, man, don't be upset. I mean, it's a good sign. So I'm just gonna bury this here, just burying it. So this is an old mango seed, and the mango seeds, as you can see, they just fall apart. Look at all those little springtails. They just fall apart and eventually it'll disappear. So let's just bury that there. And over here we still have more sprouting potatoes. So I'm just gonna dig down and bury them a little more. We still have the pumpkins, the little top thing still going. Ooh, this one's mush. See, potatoes, when they start rotting like this, they smell. So what I do is, to avoid that, I just bury it and the worms will take care of it. Everything's okay though. Still things over here. So I fed them a lot right before leaving on my trip, and that's why they're all mostly over here. See, this is from the bucket I have in the kitchen that I collect my scraps in. Oh, I can smell the orange. I love that. Yeah, I feed oranges, and I feed onions too. Look, onion skins. So years ago, we're talking about, I would say 15 years, people would say out there that onions and oranges and lemons are like the forbidden foods. And in my personal experience, I don't think they are. Now, with that being said, should you dump an entire peel of peels of lemons after making lemonade and a thing like this? No. Everything in moderation. I chopped up one onion to cook with and I threw it in here, the skins and the little ends, and it's fine. Would I chop up 20 onions and throw all the skins in here? Probably not. I would do that outside. So moderation, you know, the worms take care of it. They just do, and they do fine. Let me come over here. Yeah, this definitely, but look at them. Even though their food is over there, they're still over here. They're just everywhere. Yeah, this definitely needs to be harvested. See, eggshells for grit. That came from the bucket. And eventually that will disappear too. So let me change my gloves and let's check on the red wigglers that I started this giant tub of red wigglers over here. And I just want to see how they're doing. I got a new glove. So I don't have many in here because I'm trying to build up the population. Oh my gosh, look at all those springtails. Yeah, that's a lot of springtails. So they like the leaf litter. I just leave them alone. So let's see. Here's one. I didn't put many in here because I just took them from my tub on the wall. And I'm just going to give them a chance to populate. Which in ideal conditions, they'll lay cocoons in about 30 days. Look at that. And then they'll start hatching. This feels okay. It could be a little wetter, but it's all right. So they're doing okay. I put a lot of leaf litter. They're still young. So it's going to take them a bit to go through this because especially since like I have, you know, not many in here, it's going to be a bit. But they're not doing bad. They're not doing bad. So look at these. Those are also springtails. And you notice they're like, some of them are a different color. I've seen springtails in different colors. They're not always white. Sometimes they're brown. Sometimes they're gray. See how they kind of jump when you mess with them? The one thing you don't want to see in here are red mites. Yeah, those are not good. And there are ways you can get rid of them. I use diatomaceous earth to get rid of the red mites. But it has to be the food grade kind. Do not use the other one. The food grade kind is more natural. I love the little springtails. These are white, and the ones over there were just darker. For some reason, they come over here. I don't know why. Ooh, look at that. There's so many there. So these guys, I'm just going to give them some worm chow, a top coating. Break up their eggshell. So these tubs, I get them on Amazon. I'll put the link below. And I've had them years, and they're very sturdy. They're flexible though a little bit, but I haven't had any problems with these, and I absolutely love them. So let me change gloves, and let's go to Woodstock and see what they're up to. All right. If you haven't pressed that subscribe button, please do so. Watch my videos, share with family and friends. Oh boy, something's growing in here. Now, who knows what this was? Let's see how Woodstock is doing. I gave him a banana. And look at that. Wow. This is really beautiful African nightcrawler. So in this bin, I have red wigglers, African nightcrawlers, Euros, and Louisiana swamp worms. There are no blue worms in here. Look at this young one. They're doing great. I did remove them from the market. Like, I sold a bunch of these, but I did because I knew I was going to travel. But now that I'm back, I might do a couple more. You guys let me know if you want them. Oh, this stupid plastic. I'm still dealing with it. Eventually it'll be gone. Look at that. So I went on a trip. I turned 55. Wow. 55. It was my birthday. And Joe and I went on a road trip. And we went to see family. We went back east. And it was a great time. But it was cut short because of the blizzard. What are we going to do, though, you know? Nothing we can do. I'm still seeing, like, all all the species I have in here, I haven't seen one species dominate another one, at least not yet. It could happen. Like one time I raised European night crawlers and red wigglers in one of my worm factories, and the red wigglers took over. The Euros just disappeared. So it can happen, but in a bin this size, I have yet to see it happen. So I don't know. Maybe it's because the size, they have enough space. I don't know. This is also like nice castings with all the cocoons in it. So you guys let me know if you want some of this before I take it off until, you know, the future. I like to give them a chance to populate again, you know. They're doing well, though. I'm very happy with them. But I am going to surface feed them, even though they have a banana. They just like it. And I know what they like. Where's my worm chow? I've surface fed this one. So I just reused this cheese container. And it's perfect for worm chow. It needs a refill. So anyway, that's the deal with this one. In my next video, I'll show you what's going on with the bin that has the wood shavings.